What do you want to confess that no one else in your real life knows? I did a 2-hour online test for college and we had to stay on camera for the whole 2 hours until everyone was done. The problem was I shit myself half an hour into the test and sat in my own shit not allowed to move, and if I did move everyone would see I shit myself. So I waited until everyone was done and got marks done and could turn off the cameras. I got 100% in the test. Edit, thanks for all the feedback on my horror story of shitting myself on my psychology exam. I did try giving as much feedback as possible. So yes, this happened and I had no clue this happened to another person on a talk show, but I'm glad I'm not alone. I'm going to look into American life. I'm going to find that story and look into it for a good chuckle. It happened because I'm highly lactose intolerant and I added milk-based creamer by mistake to my coffee. The cleanup was horrendous and I had to throw out my office chair after and shower myself off after. My stomach is super sensitive and it has happened before, but that story is for another time, but far worse inside a Bible study at a church. FML, I was studying psychology, I now work in that field. Thanks for the laughter and responses and points, guys. How'd you do on the test? 100%. No shit? About that. I cried over bell peppers today. I always made my dad stuffed orange bell peppers on Halloween. I would cut the little jack-o'-lantern faces out and everything. Hess been dead for 3 years, but today for a second in the grocery store I thought, oh that's right, I need orange bell peppers. Edit, thank you all so much. I can't believe what I woke up to. Just, thanks guys. You're all so wholesome. Edit 2, the recipe, they're really simple. I take orange bell peppers and cut the tops off. I cut the faces out. Then I blanch them just a little until they are soft. I chop up the pepper bits along with onion and garlic. I add ground beef and cook. Then I take some cooked white rice and mix it in. Then add just enough tomato sauce. Then mix in some Parm cheese and Italian seasoning. I put the mix in the peppers, top with mozzarella and Parm cheese and bake. Those random thoughts are the worst. I always have a moment's hesitation planning anything on Friday mornings because that's the day my grandfather has a respite care and my grandma has a few hours off. They passed 4.5 and 5 years ago. Big hugs to you today. I lost my papa last April. He was like a father to me and was my absolute best friend. Today, cleaning out my pantry, I found 6 boxes of banana-flavored instant pudding. He loved his banana pudding and I always kept some at home just for him. Seeing those boxes today brought me to tears. I guess my whole point is, I can relate. Edit, thank you for the awards. Compassion fatigue is slowly killing me. I'm so tired. I love my friends and family deeply, but I need a break from being the shoulder to cry on for a while. In my group of friends consisting of couples in deep relationships, I'm the only single guy. In fact, I don't think I've been in a committed relationship for more than 2 weeks. The idea of being part of a couple has always sounded exhausting and it was something I never really worried about rushing into. I didn't truly realize how lonely I've been until one night playing beer pong, when I was on the same team with one of the ladies, who was a little tipsy. She hugged me after I won the game for us. It didn't occur to me that since leaving home for college, those types of physical gestures that brought me comfort as a kid weren't always there for me anymore as an adult. TL, Doctor, all I want is to be hugged. Edit, I'm glad lots of you related to this. Anonymity has its negatives, but one of the best parts about the internet we sometimes forget is that it allows us to connect to others around the world who are dealing with the same stuff that you're going through. It's awesome to think there are tens of thousands out there who can relate to you. Thanks for the awards, especially the hugs. I went out with this girl I met from college. We decided on a mini golfing place. When we got out of my car at the place, she says, "Wait, you're supposed to hug me." I didn't hug her at first because I was running late to her house and we had a booking, COVID. When we started hugging, I didn't want that hug to end. She hugged me so tightly and for so long that I nearly melted and had a breakdown in her arms. It's been a long time since I've received a hug and felt so comfortable yet vulnerable. Sure, I hug the boys when we say bye, but it's far from being the same. That hug made me realize how incredibly lonely I really am. I've been starved of physical and emotional affection for far too long. I've been craving and so to start my life with, to be romantic and goofy with, and to spoil with hugs, love and affection. I almost want to tell her how that hug made me feel, but I'm afraid of a couple things and don't want to weird her out. I'm just hoping that she likes me. Edit, thank you to those of you who gave me awards and an even bigger thank you to those who have commented and showed support. I truly appreciate it and I think I'm going to tell her about that hug the next time we meet in person. Wish me luck. This is similar to how things went for me, my husband. He was single for 7 years straight after only one serious GF in high school. I crushed on him hard when we first met, but he showed no interest. 3 years later at a party, he helped me swipe a whole tray of Jell-O shots for my friends. I gave him a huge hug, fawned over him for a minute. He asked me to dinner the next day. That was 12 years ago. Tell her about the hug. Oh, my stupid heart. I've become really detached from life ever since my mom passed. I read this and saw so many messages replying it's been X years since my mother passed. I couldn't even remember the specific date my mother passed, let alone the number of years. After finding her death certificate, it's coming up on 5 years. Nothing has been the same these past 5 years. I was recovering from depersonalization right before she passed, and then when she passed it got very bad again very quickly. I'm still not sure if I've recovered or if I've just gotten used to it. I've graduated since then, worked a full-time job, met a girl and moved across the country. I've truly been living life actively. But it all feels fake. Feels like a weird ducking dream. I fucking miss my mom. How the fuck can this life be real without her? Wow. I'm only 18 and I lost my mother early this March, but I feel like I'm in a position that's similar. I'm currently in school, and Therese, not a day that goes by that I wish I could have my mom go to my graduation, drop me off at college, celebrate my birthday, etc. I miss her so ducking much. I don't know how I'm going to figure out life. Woe her. Hey man, I lost my old man when I was 19. I am 37 now, and I often think about him. What scares me the most is forgetting him and the memories, but they stay with you. They emerge at random and have always left me feeling grateful. It was very hard when I had my own sons, and when the questions were asked, but it does get easier with time. Make sure you fill the gap in your life with healthy pursuits, and always try and remember to ask yourself what she would want for you. I hope you know she would want you to do well in your life and see success in all your pursuits. She will always be behind you. I have terminal cancer and am tired of the side effects of the treatments and the pain the cancer is causing. I really want to just die and get it over with, but my wife and 2 daughters would be devastated if I stopped fighting. Have you expressed to them how you truly feel? I have. We have medical assistance in dying here in Canada and they know I plan to use it. Thing is, I lost my father when I was quite young and know how devastating it is, and I can't bear to do that to my children until I hit the point where I'm hospitalized. My dad did the same thing when he had cancer. My family and I got to say our goodbyes and then the nurse started the procedure to end his life. That day was a good day for everyone. My dad's suffering ended and nobody had to worry about him anymore. I could ramble for days about this. But to make a long story short, I wish my dad would have ended his life much sooner. He was in so much pain for months, all while knowing that death was the only way out. Thank you for sharing. Hope you're doing okay. I feel really lonely. Me too. I live alone with my dog, but sometimes it would be nice to talk to another person or just have company instead of doing everything alone. Edit. Thank you for all votes, rewards, and replies. I'm not super savvy with this app and trying my best to reply to some of the comments because I really do appreciate it. I didn't expect my comment to get so much attention, but it does help knowing that I'm alone with how I feel and that so many have kind words to share with a random lonely stranger on the internet. You can message me anytime you want. I'm always down to talk about stuff with people. Edit. Thanks for the rewards. I don't really know what they do, haha, but I just want to say that I know how it feels to not have anyone to talk to, and I would just say reach out to people because there's others who feel just as lonely who would want someone to talk to. I dropped 3 courses not because I was failing academically, but because I was very close to killing myself. You put yourself first. You care more about yourself than you give yourself credit for. Stick with that. Yup. You can retake the classes, school. Will always be there.